Welcome to all you Leos. Welcome to all you Leos out there for your monthly horoscope of November 2013. It's a solar eclipse, so that includes your sun because that's your ruler. So it's an important time for the Leos, November. And this eclipse occurs the 3rd of November, but actually a lot of people feel that already in October, and it has... You could say that people sense it also afterwards, a couple of months. So it's an important time for you. And I've made a separate video of the eclipse for people who are a bit more interested in the details of that eclipse, because there's so much information in that as well, already in that detail. Also for people who want personal readings, click on the link below and then you can find a lot of different stuff. But let's start with you. Let's start on a general look of Leo. Now, so around on the 3rd, there is this eclipse. So it is the sun, it is together with the moon, together with Mercury retro, and together with Saturn, all clustering in Scorpio, all in your 4th house, the deepest point of your horoscope. I probably talked about that in earlier monthly horoscopes because Saturn is in there for quite a while. And so this eclipse on the highest level, so for everyone, it's about new ideas. It's about good new ideas coming in. But for new ideas to come in, it has to make some closures. And especially for you as a Leo, these are new moons, which means these are new beginnings. So the endings and new beginnings. And for you, it has to do with you. It has to do with you at the deepest of your core. It's your deepest house, you could say. It could be literally your house that you change, that you're going to move to another house. But it can also be literally inside of you that you are changing on a very deep level. So actually on an identity level, because the 4th house, it's your roots, is where you come from. So I think a lot of Leos have digged quite a while about where they're coming from, and maybe now during this month something comes to the conscious level, because Mercury is going to go direct again after that solar eclipse around the 11th. So certainly around the middle of the month, you're going to see more clear when it comes to your own personality, your own identity, how you really, what you're really all about. And that is for you in Scorpio. So it's very deep. It's very important for you to know that. So you're going to know yourself way better, because the next month all these planets are going into your 5th house, which is the house of the Leo, and which is a way more fun and fiery house. This is a water house, this is the 4th house, this is deep introspective energy. And it depends of course on your own personal chart if you like that or not, going so very deep. But this solar eclipse is also about facing truth, facing your own truth. And the more we all do that at certain times and certain levels of our lives, we try to hit things under the table. It's not a good time to do that. It's a good time now to face the things that we put under the table. And for you, it probably has to do with yourself. Probably what are the pieces of yourself that you don't want to see? What are the pieces of yourself that you want yourself to change? And that will have an impact on how you see yourself, and that will also have an impact on your opposite house, which is how society is seeing you, how other people are seeing you, which is, for a lot of people, it is work. So a lot of your key houses are triggered here in that with that eclipse. Mars also plays a very important role in all of this, and Mars is in your 2nd house. So this shows that it also has to do with your self-worth, and it's a great time to work on that. Normally Leos already do have a natural good sense of self-worth, but if you are a Leo that has, because of circumstances or whatever, has had a bit of a downside when it comes to self-confidence, it's a good time to attack that and to battle that and to making the little stepstones again to become a bit more confident, because Mars is action and the second house is your self-confidence. So a good time to work on your self-confidence, doing little things, improving your talents, really seeing yourself as you are and accepting that, and all of that. If you do that, you will it will benefit you in the long run. For others, it is money. It is they will work harder to get a bit more money, or they're doing all kinds of stuff to gain a bit more money. That could be the case as well, and that can have to do with that facing your own difficulties. So maybe you will have to work a bit harder, or not only harder, maybe a bit more efficient, because it's in Virgo. Doesn't necessarily say working harder, but working more efficient. So getting more output by doing even less, because Virgo is a sign of the economy. So it's a sign of with not doing a lot of effort, but getting a lot of output. So if you do a little bit more of effort, you're getting even more output out of that. And then Venus is in your 6th house, the houses of your day-to-day routine. So if you're looking for a new job, it's a good time now, because you're probably going to use your charm even more. With Venus there in the 6th house, it could also mean a good time with colleagues. It could also mean a good time it could also mean that you are having you are content and satisfied with your routines that you have on a day-to-day level. It is conjuncting Pluto, so there's something intense going on as well. Maybe you're just changing your routines because it conjuncts Pluto and squares up to Uranus. But anyway, I think that's the most important thing that is happening. You're going to have a full moon, which is your ruler, the sun, in opposition with the moon, around the 17th in Taurus, and that is at 10th house. So I think those changes that you are doing on your identity will express itself or have consequences at your work as well. Thank you for listening, you dear Leos. Wish you all the best and see you next month. Bye bye.